win or lose the last two episodes of the season. And like I mentioned before, I'm reviewing all the episodes weekly as they release. I plan to do a season review on my main channel. Um, Mostly been very mixed on this show, and with these episodes, I still am. And this episode bothered me. These episodes bothered me quite a bit, especially episode 7, because if you don't know with this show, uh, basically this and another show Disney people were working on had trans allegories that got removed, essentially because of the Trump administration, which is just fucking insulting. But there's also a headline going that Disney also had the first ever Christian character in the show. So, like, in a way, they're giving these bigots a win, but also a double win. Which I'm not saying to say that we shouldn't represent Christianity in media. Everybody deserves representation, right? But at the same time, Christianity has the most representation, and the same people who demand Christianity have representation are trying to attack and belittle and take the rights away of the group that you removed from the show. Like, it's just very insulting. And with this episode, I'm not exactly sure if this was the trans episode, but it felt like at times there was like scenes that I'm like, wait, is this supposed to be the trans episode? Because she comes into the sport wearing a hood. She reveals her name is Kai, which is a kind of a common transgender and non-binary name. And she seems kind of tomboyish, but then she also dresses kind of feminine. It's very weird. I don't believe it is because I think that episode got scrapped entirely. But I kind of can't tell, and it just makes me infuriated watching the episode that happened. And then the other episode is just the last episode that kind of ties all these loose threads of the season together. But also felt so rushed and convoluted, not really fun, that honestly I would never really watch this show again because there are episodes of the show that I really liked, but it is a story that kind of all flows together by the end. And by the end of the show, I just don't feel like it all paid off in a way that I really enjoyed. And so I just got to the show and I really just fucking didn't care for these episodes or this show overall, despite it having merit in a lot of ways. I'm not going to be one of those Pixar haters that wants to tell you this show's completely trash because that's not true. It's good in a lot of ways, but not enough to really ever want to revisit it again, which is very unfortunate.